This video is to show the Viair 450p 100% duty cycle air compressor. It's a 12 volt, you hook it up to a car battery. I've had this compressor for a couple of years. I've used it on a lot of different vehicles. It says it's rated for up to a 42-inch tire. This is a 53-inch tire that is basically flat. I think it's at 1 or 2 PSI. So I'm gonna do a time-lapse video of how long it takes to fill this up. I've done it before, and I've also used it on my motorhome and has no issues at all. So just want to show you guys how good this thing does work. Okay, so it's been running for a few minutes. I wasn't really keeping track, but it went from 0 up to about 30. I usually run them at 35 PSI, so it's still got a little bit more to go to match up with this one. Probably another 5 minutes or so for it to get all the way filled up. And it's just this little baby compressor right here that does it. You probably hear more of the engine back here making noise than this. It's really, really quiet. It does get extremely hot. If you touch that, you'll burn the shit out of your hands. But otherwise, it can run for as long as you need it to. It's a 100% duty cycle. I believe it's the only one that is. And it will go up to 125 or 150 PSI. I've had to use it up to 100 PSI on my motorhome. It's a 50,000 pound motorhome. And the front tires have to be 115 PSI. I've used this to air those up. So it'll handle pretty much whatever you want to throw at it. Last little note about this, I've actually used this compressor to air up 4 of these tires at once. I have a 4-way valve that I've plumbed that into, and they weren't all at 0. Some of them were at 25 PSI, some were at 15. I think one was at like 45, so some of the pressure came from that one. But I hook all the tires up together to balance them out before I drive it, because it helps keep it from riding so rough and just vibrating. But the little compressor will actually supply enough air. It takes forever to do it, but it will air up 4 of these 53-inch Michelins, and those are 20-inch wheels. They're I think 1550 wide. They're the 16R20s, so they're huge tires. But yeah, anyway, and this is not a paid thing. I just have the Viair and had some people ask about it, so I thought I'd make a video. There isn't a whole lot of info about them out there. They work, definitely worth the 250 bucks.